Today I want us to look at a verse in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. This verse contains a promise from God, one that we don't normally think about probably, but an important promise that we need to remember. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. No temptation has overtaken you, but such as is common to man. And God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation will provide the way of escape also, so that you will be able to endure it. As we go throughout this life, we face temptations. All of us do. We face temptations, and too many times we have given into those temptations. We've sinned. We've violated the law of God. We've fallen short of what He wants us to do and to be. And all of us have done this. And Paul, as he's writing to the Corinthians here, he says that we're not alone in this, that everyone has done this. The temptations that we face and the sins that we have given into, these are common to man. We're not facing some unique situation that no one has faced before. The temptations that we encounter are not something that is unique to us. All of us face these things, but it's important to notice the promise here that we have from God that says God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but will provide the way of escape also, so that you will be able to endure it. God's promise is that there is a way of escape. Every time we are tempted, we have the opportunity to do what's right. We have the ability to find the right thing to do and to choose to do what is right. God is faithful. He's provided that way of escape. The problem is Satan tries to get us to forget that or to not see that. He tries to distract us. He wants to get us to sin, and not only try to get us to sin, but as Paul talks about here, we endure these things. Satan is trying to wear us down through these temptations to where we're not even focused on God anymore. We're not even focused on His promises anymore. And we just get so worn down by the temptations and the things that are put upon us that we forget God's promise and we eventually give in to these temptations. We need to remember this promise here. We need to remember that God is faithful, that every time we are tempted, the way of escape is there. Every time we are tempted, we have the ability to do what is right and the opportunity to do what is right. We never have to sin. We never have to give in. Now, yes, we have given in the past. And we always have the opportunity to sin every time these temptations are presented to us. But we need to remember that God is faithful. We never face a circumstance or a situation where our only choice is going to be to sin. How do we know that? Because God is faithful. If we believe in God, if we believe in His promises, then we can have the assurance that whenever we're facing some temptation and some choice before us that we could do what is wrong, the opportunity is there also to do what is right. And sometimes it's not always apparent. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be distracted or get caught up in emotions, or we forget the Word of God and we don't see the way of escape. But the way of escape is there. We need to find it, and we need to have the courage to take it. Because God is faithful, we need to show our faithfulness to Him and endure these temptations and endure these trials that we face so that we can please Him in the things that we do here. Thanks.